The entire internet seems to be turning on popular live streamer Destiny. It wasn't that long ago, this clip is only about a month old, that his reputation in many circles was this.
We are here with Destiny. How we doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
What's up?
I feel like if you have a sort of a reputation now of like, even if someone disagrees with you, you're sort of like the best version of that side of the argument. You know what I mean?
I like to think so, yeah.
Just a reasonable person.
I became aware of Destiny about 18 months ago, and I basically had this favorable view of him at first as well, that here's this kind of somewhat left-leaning guy willing to talk to a whole bunch of different groups of people, and I thought, wow, that's good for discourse. But since then, I've changed my opinion, complete 180 on Destiny. He is actually bad for these debates, I think. And I think we need more public debates. But Destiny comes in trying to eviscerate the other person, even personally, just trying to go with their character, like he does here in this clip with Candace Owens. And by the way, this is one of the first clips I saw of Destiny where I did start to realize that this guy's just trying to debate. He just wants to crush people and win arguments.
You probably don't know my backstory. So because my family was poor, I had to take out loans to go to school. My mom didn't even graduate high school. So
Wait, why? If your family's poor, why would you have to take out loans to go to school?
What? I just told you.
If your family's poor, why would you have to take out loans to go to school?
Why would I have to take out loans to go to? What do you mean? I have to take out loans my family can't afford to pay to put me through school.
Hold on. Was your family actually poor, or did you just lie?
What are you talking about?
If you go to school and your family has a low gross income, you fill out the FAFSA. And the FAFSA is going to award you a ton of federal aid, assuming that you don't actually have the gross income from your parents to actually go to school. So if your parents are super poor, I don't know why you had to pay full out-of-state tuition to go to a university.
I did. Do you think? What do you mean? Did I lie?
I don't know how, if your parents are poor, if they have a low gross income, how do you not qualify for the FAFSA?
Okay, well, all I can say to you is that I had to pay 35, almost. My school cost more, and by the end of it, and I'm also including because then I defaulted on my student loans and I had to pay it back. So now I had to pay back the bank for not being able to pay them on time.
So, something doesn't match up here.
Okay, well, I'm telling you the truth, so I don't know what to say.
And like I said, I think we need more public debates like this, like not just online, but we're talking about online right now, so offline and online. But I think if a person like Destiny keeps getting elevated and keeps talking with like A-list people like Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, many people on the left as well, but they're not really as much into debates. But Destiny is pretty well known within like the A-list now of political commentators. I think it's actually bad if you have this guy elevated who's just going in there trying to dunk on people and trying to get a win no matter what. And I agree with Jordan Peterson when he says in this clip here that that was something he used to do when he was basically younger and more immature.
I learned this when I was like 24. I learned that I had a proclivity to battle verbally to be right.
Okay.
Right. And that was a status thing. I'm right, you're wrong. So, that redounds to my credit. I used my verbal intelligence as a weapon of dominance. Well, I stopped doing that when I was like 23. I thought, oh, that's the prideful worship of the Luciferian intellect. It's a really bad idea. Like, seriously, it's a seriously bad idea. And so I don't like talking to people who want to be right. And Destiny wants to be right.
And now, today, just a couple hours ago, Destiny is getting into it online because there's a lot more people who are kind of starting to say this, like the channel called The Quartering. Candace Owens has been saying it, that clip from Jordan Peterson. And now Dave Smith, the libertarian guy who actually considered apparently running for president on the libertarian ticket, but he also just debated Chris Cuomo in a debate that got lots of eyeballs, kind of about the COVID and what happened during the COVID lockdowns. But Dave Smith, Destiny here says, basically calling out Dave Smith, because I think Dave Smith said something he did. I'll show actually right here now.
If I'm in a debate and someone makes a good point to me, which I've done many times in debates, I'll go, okay, that's a good point. But here's where what I think. And what that guy's doing is not that. He's not debating like, okay, I believe this, you believe that, let's have an exchange of ideas. He treats debates like it's a tennis match.
So Dave Smith called him out there, and then Destiny replied on Twitter, Dave Smith is a clever snake oil salesman. He speaks of whatever, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but then Dave Smith replies here by saying, my only guess is that you're a small, sad, projecting man who enjoys public humiliation. That's kind of a joke about Destiny's open marriage. Lots of people have been making that joke. And this part I do agree with. Your 100% motor mouth dishonest tactics. Your debates are never a real argument about the truth. It's always just you spurging out, trying to win rather than have a good faith disagreement. which this is true in my opinion. This is what I think the problem is, and why I think that Destiny actually deserves this criticism. And if guys like Destiny come to the forefront of the political debates and public discourse, I think it's actually bad, because it's going to deter a bunch of people. They're going to watch these debates and be like, I don't want to go on there and have my personal life ripped apart like Destiny tried to do with Candace Owens there. For what? What is he doing trying to needle at her like story about how much she paid for college? Like, is that, do I, as a viewer, do I care about that? The answer is no. And Destiny is very just willing to go personal and use rhetorical games. And like he says, this motor mouth, he talks really fast, these dishonest tactics in debating. Once you watch Destiny debate 3 or 4 times, it gets tiring. The debate becomes just about Destiny. Like if the topic right now, like topically, it's the big topic's Israel-Palestine. If I watch a debate on that, I want to know about Israel and Palestine. I don't want to just watch this performer, Destiny, trying to use his intellect and his rhetorical skill to try to like jujitsu the other person onto the floor. I want to hear a debate like Dave Smith's talking about this in this post about 2 people trying to find the truth. And sure, you're calling each other out, but you're not just there to like dunk on the other person. I think that's the problem with Destiny's debate style. And I think it is immature, like Jordan Peterson said there. Destiny's, I think, in his mid-30s. So, I mean, he could probably adjust and probably adapt to this environment. I mean, maybe he's not used to being kind of in these A-list circles. He's generally, I think, was like a Twitch streamer before, kind of the online debate sphere in Twitch, I think. But anyway, with that said, I do agree with this. I think Destiny deserves all the criticism he's getting. And I hope that the debates in the future, whether they're with Destiny or not, are about finding the truth and about the topic, and not about just one person trying to dunk on the other person. And I'll just show the comments here, because adding her voice to the debate here, I like the tweet. Candace Owens basically agreeing with Dave Smith that, yeah, Destiny's just out here with these dishonest debate tactics. I mean, she probably has a little bit of a incentive to say that, because that clip probably she didn't like of Destiny trying to call her out. And then, yeah, the quartering. A lot of people are just kind of agreeing with this, I guess, that I think Destiny, like that clip at the beginning.
You have a sort of a reputation now of like, even if someone disagrees with you, you're sort of like the best version of that side.
We're saying you have this good reputation of this guy who's willing to talk, and kind of from the left-wing perspective, you have a reasonable point of view. That actually was, I think, Destiny's reputation like 2 months ago. I think that's why he got all these chances to debate like Jordan Peterson, and why Candace Owens came on a stream. And I think, to be honest, he just has tanked that. The amount of goodwill this guy's lost in just a couple of months is quite amazing. And I don't know who he's performing for. Like, he's trying to prove maybe to his left-wing audience that he's a champion for them or something. I don't really understand, but I know people on the far left don't like him either. So, which that part I'm fine with. If you want to be disliked, whatever, but I would just like to see debates in good faith and about the truth. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.